Lucie is here this morning celebrating Ozzy Osbourne, who has died at the age of 76. Just so many people wanting to just talk about him this morning, Lucie, remembering the various moments that he's affected their lives over the years.
Just such an icon, such a legend. The tributes have just been pouring in from all sorts of people. I mean, Elton John talking about how funny he was. There was just... it's just really iconic. You know, he was a trailblazer when it came to music and in reality TV. That's where I sort of grew to know and love him.
Absolutely.
So there's so much to talk about. You know, he's going to be really sadly missed, but really celebrated as well. And I will tell you later what happened when I went to his house.
My goodness me. Oh, I love that.
It was great.
I bet it was. Now, more reaction this morning to the sad news that Ozzy Osbourne has died at the age of 76. It was such a shock, Lucie.
Really was.
I heard, I think just because of everything that's just happened in the past few weeks.
Yeah, because he managed to get on stage to do his brilliant sort of, you know, back together with Black Sabbath, first time in 20 years. It was, I mean, in a way, it was such an amazing, fitting farewell to him, really. But his family released a statement. I mean, they're obviously going to be devastated. Such a close family. They released a statement saying it was with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He was with his family and surrounded by love. They didn't specify a cause of death, but obviously he's been, you know, riddled with health problems for quite a long time. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2019, but he was like the sort of pure definition of rock and roll. Just such an icon, and so many people are remembering him that way. And he had a really tough upbringing as well. He started, you know, he came from poverty. He was jailed for burglary. He suffered from a lot of sort of alcohol and drug problems throughout his career, which he was really open about. But there's so many different things we'll remember him for. I mean, not least for biting the head off a bat on stage, which was just which he thought was a prop, apparently. But the official Black Sabbath account, they just posted the words Ozzy forever when they heard the sad news. And as you said, so many different tributes pouring in. Elton John said that he was like the funniest person ever, and just a huge trailblazer. Youngblood, who recently performed with Ozzy at that concert, said, "I'm truly heartbroken. You are the greatest of all time." And David Beckham, among others, said, "Thank you so much for entertaining us," before sending love to Sharon and his family. And I got to meet him as well, and he was just... I got to meet him... I mean, actually, this is the other thing. He had that awful quad bike accident in 2003, and that was like a near-death experience for him, but he came through that. I interviewed him when I was working at Heat magazine a couple of years later, and I went to his house, and it was just incredible. As everything you would imagine, he's kind of accidentally funny, but just really sort of humble and brilliant, just said so many funny things. And I remember he encouraged me to use his toilet because the toilet was sort of embellished with the Osbourne family crest. So he was very proud of that toilet. So I had a wee in his house.
So you were actually inside the house. And like you say, spending time with him because it was this extraordinary life.
Yeah.
But actually he was still a very deeply ordinary man and a good family, kind of just a funny person.
Yeah, and we really saw that in his reality TV show. That was just incredible. It was a cultural phenomenon when that emerged. I remember seeing the trailer for this when I was at Heat magazine, and we were like, this is just game-changing. It's not like the reality TV we see now. It's not polished like Made in Chelsea or Love Island. It catapulted his family to global fame. You saw them in all their sort of chaos, you know, and really, really funny moments, I think. I think that's what people remember. But it was just real and raw.
When you think it paved the way as well for the Kardashians and all of the other kind of letting the cameras into your
no
whole
one
thing,
was
but
quite
no one. We can't talk about Ozzy this morning without mentioning Sharon and the entire family. I mean, they were such a unit.
They really were incredibly close. They got married in 1982, but before that she was his manager from 1979. After he left Black Sabbath, she was really sort of, you know, the mastermind of a lot of his career. She was his biggest supporter. They had a really sort of turbulent relationship, which was, you know, documented in the media, all their ups and downs. But ultimately, they just loved each other intensely, and she really supported him through all of his sort of health conditions. They were really, you just really got the sense that they were just by each other's side, you know, no matter what. So our heart really does go out for her because I'm sure it's just a particularly tough time.
No, absolutely. And for the whole family, actually. And there was talk of a memoir at one point, wasn't there?
Well, there's a memoir coming out in October called The Last Ride. And this is the thing, it all just seems so poignant, but lovely in a way that he had this tribute, he had that concert that he managed to get to. He's got this, you know, his memoirs out. You know, I just think it's a really nice way that people can properly remember him, and he managed to do all of that.
Yeah, and he got to do that gig. I think that's so incredible for him. It's what he wanted. Lots of other Aussie's the main news, of course, today. But another certain entertainment headline this morning is the talk between Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson.
Yeah,
so they've been reunited with this movie.
Yeah.
But what else?
So, well, look, so the movie is rebooted Naked Gun. So there's a premiere last night.
Love the original.
The original was amazing. And they are in this one, and it's really got tongues wagging because they seem particularly close in the movie. I mean, maybe it's just very clever marketing, who knows? But they've been at the centre of romance rumours, and there you see, on the carpet, look, a lingering kiss. There you go. Could they be together? This is all pure speculation, but I like the idea of those two.
Yeah, I mean, it's slightly slowed down film, to be fair, but...
we made it more lingering than it actually was, but it's still a kiss. It's still a kiss.
But it's a kiss,
They're getting married, right?
That's the next thing. Thanks so much,
Thank you.
Lucy, as always.
Did you enjoy that video? There are tons of other entertaining showbiz clips waiting for you on our channel. Don't miss this one.